This is part 2. Make sure you check out part 1. The link is going to be in the description below, or hit the thumbnail and enjoy.
For our marketing, we've actually paid little to nothing.
So I want to talk about the vending machines. I see them in every laundromat. How important are they? How much money do they make you? Why do you have them in the first place?
My labor costs are zero with that, other than what it takes to put into this
In the
box.
back end,
On
yeah.
the back end.
So there's some dirty aspects to this business, isn't there?
Yeah.
That's kind of nasty.
It's almost like being a plumber.
What's 1 or 2 tricks or things that you've learned in sitting down, looking at all the numbers that you can share with our audience that they can follow suit?
If you can find a laundromat location that once was a laundromat, you'll save thousands of dollars.
Okay, that's a big one.
Potentially. And the reason I say that is there's impact fees when you open a laundromat that cities might want to charge. For instance, to hook up to the water and sewer here in the city of Ferndale, if this wasn't a laundromat, we would have paid approximately over $300,000 just to hook up to the water.
Wow, that's a killer from the start almost.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Really is.
And then when you got to this point, you've got the store, you've gone through all the hurdles and stuff. What are some of the physical hurdles that you have to go over personally for you guys?
For me personally, trying to balance my normal day job and then the business job.
Okay.
And then struggling with the fact of, hey, we depleted the monies that we had to start the business. Can we afford to hire an employee? At what point are we now profitable that we can hire our first employee, our second employee, our third employee? And then at what point can I start cutting myself out of the business and focus just mainly on the management and building the business to be more profitable, or open a second or third location.
What's your monthly marketing expense to this day as well?
So for our marketing, we've actually paid little to nothing. So we were paying $75 a month for the local Ferndale, focusing in Ferndale, people who use the local Ferndale news source. And then we went into a $150 newspaper advertisement to get us up in the Birch Bay area, and it's more of a printed press. And then with Google, a lot of it has to do with just the way people search us, and we pay for their little, I think it's about $6 a month on the marketing side of things. But we're not really have a whole lot. A lot of it is word of mouth. Mm-hmm. A lot of it is just reputation of how the facility is and what people say to us. And then right now we've went into Value Pack, and our first ad's going to come out in Value Pack. So we bought into a 5-month subscription with them, and we're getting coupons that come with that, so we can see what our return on investment is out of that,
okay.
and if it's profitable or not.
How do you get into Value Pack? Because I get those at home too, and I usually toss them for the most part.
Right.
Maybe I shouldn't.
But did you look through them at least?
I do sometimes.
Yep. So
what's your cost on that?
So our cost on that is about $363, and it reaches 10,000 residents. Additionally, They have a digital footprint, so people can go on Value Pack and get the digital footprint and bring in a coupon through that way. That way we'll be able to track to see if that is a value added to us and advertisement-wise or not.
So I want to talk about the vending machines. I see them in every laundromat. How important are they? How much money do they make you? Why do you have them in the first place? Let's talk about that.
For our laundromat here, we don't own these machines. So we've decided to contract with the local vendor. They own the machines. They own the product in the machines. And so every quarter we receive a commission check. And so we don't really have any ties to the machines other than the fact that we receive a commission check. And the reason why we chose to do it that way is we didn't want to have the headache to deal with expiration dates, products going bad, having to restock it all the time. We already have other items that we're having to restock and find the resources for, and we just didn't want to have that headache. And these machines typically are going to cost you anywhere from $4,000 to $5,000 each to put in initial cost to us. We didn't have the funds for that. So that was one of the reasons we went with a vendor. For us, in our cost every month, it's about $15 per machine in electricity.
Okay.
So it's broken down into that. So if you open up a laundromat and you have to make a cost analysis of, hey, how much money am I going to receive back? How much am I going to get? Basically, you need to cover those costs of that electricity. So this is more of a necessity or a convenience for the patrons of the laundromat, and for them to have access to this. It is for them, not for us to make profit off of.
So $360 to run them per year. what are you getting on a quarterly basis as far as commission?
Well, it depends on how much people actually put into the machine and how much they're using. So 1 month we got a $47 check for a quarter, and then 1 quarter we got a $147 check. 1 quarter we got $247 check.
Okay.
So it just depends on how busy the laundromat is, what time of day or night, how many people are wanting it, and if it's a product that they want that's within one of these machines.
Yeah.
Also, we're going to start that home delivery business, and through our webpage, there'll be a portal, and you basically set your time and date and pickup location, and your credit card information saved on there, and it's all through you. And we're going to be able to offer a service for people that just don't want to deal with it. Like, put it on the doorstep, we'll come pick it up, we'll drop it back off.
Nice. So it's not something you're starting from scratch. You've got an existing company that's going to help you set that up.
Yep, it's going to be fully set up. They just go to our webpage, or they'll have a QR code and hit it, and then they put in their information, just kind of as if you were going to order, I don't know, say food online and have someone deliver it to you. You're right. And someone's going to deliver you that food. It's the same thing. You tell them what you want, how you want it done. The driver will get a text on his phone through the driver's app, and it'll give him a GPS location of how to get there for the shortest route, most economic route for him. And then when he picks it up, he'll scan a bag, throw your stuff in the bag so we know it's tied to you. You at home have already established how you want it washed, hot water, cold water, what kind of softeners, what kind of cleaning agent you want done with it. And then we're going to do that here. Our tenant, he'll drop the bag off, or she will drop the bag off to the tenant. The tenant will have a receipt, so there's no mix-ups of who's who. And they'll start scanning it, and then it'll start sending text messages to the people of this is where the process of your laundry is.
Okay.
And then when it's dropped back off, it'll be scanned, photo will be taken, it'll be saved so that we know that and then they'll send text messages and emails to you showing that your stuff's home.
Justin, a couple Blitz questions for you where we get to know you, have fun, laugh a little bit. So the first one is, trick is no more than 10 seconds answer, okay? Don't
I'll work on
overthink it. First question is, if aliens take over tomorrow, how would you convince them to let you stay in business?
I turn the machine on and show them how well it can wash something.
If you could go back in time and tell yourself, your younger self, don't do this thing or anything, what would it be?
Don't hate to read.
Don't hate to read. I love that. That's well said. What do you do with your profits?
Currently, right now, everything goes back into the business. My business partner and I have agreed that we need to put everything back in to make it as profitable and economical as possible.
What was the deciding moment in your previous job which made you say, yep, never doing this again?
I always look for opportunities, and if there's a better opportunity, and it's profitable, I'm going to try to do it.
Justin, what would you tell your old boss? 3 words, 4 words. Keep it short.
I love you. He was my dad.
Uh-huh. What an amazing boss.
Yeah, he owned his own business right up the street, owned a bar and a restaurant.
That's cool. Guys, I want to talk to you for a second. If there's any other businesses that you want UpFlip to interview, please comment below. If there's specific questions that I'm not asking that we should be, please tell us what those questions are. Check out our blog as well, where we dive deeper into anything business. And we've got something amazing coming up for all of you, and that's a information hub where you're going to find information on how to start, grow, and scale any sort of business, and that's coming soon. So check that out. Right behind you is the change cash machine. Can you talk to us about the cost of having this, the benefits of having it?
Yeah. So
everything.
with the change machine here is it's a 1-for-1 exchange. You put in $1, you get $1.25 back. You put in 5, you get 5 back. The benefit is that with technology and the way things are changing, not everyone's used to an app-based program.
Okay.
They're used to this though. No matter where you come from, what nationality you are, if you've ever been to a laundromat anywhere in the world, they have some sort of change machine and some way for you to put a coin into a box and start the machine. So they know what this is.
Right, it's going to be around for a while, right?
It's going to be around for a while. They don't know what this is. I, the owner, have to have any interaction with you. So my labor costs are 0 with that, other than what it takes to put into this
in the
box.
back end,
the back end. So that's the benefit to it. The negative is your quarters will walk out the door.
What do you mean?
Well, someone will put a 20 in here because they know that they can get change from the change machine here, and they'll go back to their apartment and do their laundry because they didn't want to go to the bank and do it.
Interesting. Hence the sign.
Well, no, the problem here with the sign is that we had a coin shortage.
Yeah.
So for us to be able to make sure our customers had coins here in the building, we needed to make sure that our coins weren't walking out the door. The other headache with this machine here is, the tax man comes at the end of the year and says, well, you brought in $50,000 in revenue in a coin, but only 20,000 went into my machines.
Oh, how did you launder that money?
Yeah, how did you launder the money? Or no, 30,000 went out the door in people's pockets because they didn't need to put it all in the machine.
Wow.
Or they went to their other laundromat.
So what do you do? Because that makes every
with
bit
these
of sense.
machines, they're able to track cycles, coin drops, how many coins, how many cycles. So I'm able to, with the accountant will cross them and say, you know what, you brought in $5,000 in cash from the coin machine, but you only brought in 3,000 in coin through this.
The rest is out the door.
The rest is out the door.
Okay. You talked about bulkhead as one of the expense in getting started. Can you show us? I'm guessing this is what it is right here.
Yeah. So the bulkhead's right here, and there's an access door. This is where all the washers drain into, and all of the electricity and plumbing is connected into it. And the big black box there is a removable bulkhead. And so what happens is all this water will dump into this trough here, and then it'll dump into the drain. And we have a lint trap, which is right here.
How often do you have to clean that?
We clean it every night.
Every night, okay.
Yeah, and this helps reduce the sewer smell within the laundromat, and also will stop the plug ups of the machines or the sewer system. So we'll lift this up and see all the lint that's connected to it.
Yep.
We'll scrape it off, put it into the trash can, and then we'll put this back in here and close it up. And then that way our system's always being maintained and we're not getting clogs here and flooding the showroom floor.
So there's some dirty aspects to this business, isn't there?
Yeah.
That's kind of nasty.
It's almost like being a plumber. Some nasty stuff. And anything that falls out of your pockets. So like we had people say, hey, I think I lost my wedding ring or whatever. We'll actually go into the bulkhead. Nice. And start looking to see if we can find those items that they say they lost.
What about your most profitable service currently? What would that be?
Self-service. People doing it themselves. Hopefully our wash and fold will be the most profitable for us. But again, our goal for that was just to pay for our employees. So we're not having a loss of income or profits off of our self-service by having someone help maintain this place. But as of right now, the individual coming in and loading their own machine, putting in their own soap, putting in their own coin, or downloading the app and doing it that way, that is the most profitable because there's little to no maintenance or cost to me because they're doing all the work.
And it probably will always remain so, right? This is the heartbeat of the business, these machines that are constantly spinning.
Right, so there's a breakdown. They go self-service, wash and fold, and then someone has their delivery service as their next, and then the commercial contracts. And they say the commercial contracts last because they're so hard to get. Although they bring in a lot of money, but then you always have another person trying to outbid you, and then they're hard to maintain, even though you're providing some of the best service. They say focus on your self-service, focus on your wash and fold, focus on your delivery, then go get those commercial contracts.
What are the advantages of buying an existing location versus starting from scratch? And you touched on that a little bit, but maybe in a nutshell.
Yeah, so if you buy an existing location, the industry we refer to it as retooling. So you got to figure out why that business is going out of business or why they're wanting to sell it. Is it not profitable? Are all the machines broken down? Are they asking a premium for the cost and you're about to pay all the cost of maintenance on these machines? Is the person just tired and want to retire? And if that's the answer and the numbers right, you want to go in and basically retool the business, get rid of the old machines, put in all brand new machines, have that time. Now, if you can get some time out of those machines and start making money right away, great, do that. But a lot of times we refer to it as retooling because the power is already there, the utility is already there, you know what it can handle. You also know what it's going to cost you in utilities. If you go into a whole new location, there's not another laundromat there, you don't know anything about the area, it's hard for you to be able to figure out what those costs are going to be because there's nothing to judge it off of. You know, you can say, well, go to another city down the street. Well, there's sewer rates, water rates, population base is not nearly the same as what I have here. So how can I judge what they're doing there to here? Because it's not going to work because they're paying a lot less for water than I am here. So that's the downfall if you try to start from scratch. Additionally, you're going to have a lot of costs per se because a strip mall or a building location wasn't tooled for a laundromat. So their piping might be for the general store. And now you're ripping out 2-inch pipe and putting in 4-inch pipe or 3-inch pipe. You're putting in vent holes through the roof. You're doing all these things where if it's a brand new building and you can get on the ground floor, you can have that building owner build that for you, but you're going to pay the premium because he's spitting out those costs.
I really hope you guys continue to scale, continue to grow, and I know without a doubt that our audience are going to be blessed and encouraged by what you had to share. So thank you.
Yep, thank you. Appreciate it.
Hope you guys enjoyed this part 2 video of their story of running a coin-operated laundromat business. Don't be afraid of the risk. It's a lot of work, but it's certainly rewarding. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to our channel if you haven't done so. It just takes a couple seconds, and come back and take a look at all our other amazing videos of us talking to business owners and entrepreneurs. Thank you for watching.